What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. The turbo install didn't go as expected. We're gonna need some parts. Mainly the turbo is leaking oil into the piping, so I'm looking at getting the Kunigawa center housing to replace it, and then we'll go back to our shape. But for now, I've been having problems with my AC. We're gonna do AC today. My Lexus Is300 2004. We're gonna be doing AC condenser and the compressor. What was happening was the compressor only turns on at 1500 RPM and only while you're moving. So I replaced the evaporator already. It leaked out at one point. And it's a Denso type compressor, so it's an OE one. It's already filled with oil, brand new. Okay. So first things first, we're gonna do the condenser first. I did have to replace this before because I kind of ran with someone Corolla on, smashed it up real good where this mounts. So we're gonna remove this, and then we're gonna have access to the condenser. One thing, you're gonna need to take your car to a professional AC recovery shop. I actually did it at my work. I part-time at the shop and I recovered it already, so there's no refrigerant in the system. These are the tools that you're gonna need for the job: a 1/4" ratchet with a long extension size 10, 3/8 ratchet, a 14, a 12. This is a E10. It's the female Torx. A short extension, a little pry tool. In my case, I needed cutters, and a 9/16 or size 14 wrench. Alright, so the new condenser's in. I was having problem with this top one over here. The line was giving me a hard time. I just smashed in the bottom and bolted up the top. Be careful when you're taking this out because of the age of cars. I broke one. It rusted in there and it broke. So I'm gonna lube all these holes first before I put it back. And then all of these are size 10s, by the way. 10, 10, 10, 10. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like maybe 12 10s that you just take out and then it comes off. When I was removing it, I just pulled this off of them on and pushed it forward. It's on a rubber hose, so it should be okay. And then yeah, let's put it back, and then we'll start to take out the compressor, which is down there. That's gonna be fun. Alright, so we're moving on to the compressor. It's good practice to match it to what you have and also to inspect it before you start removing your compressor, because then you could find all the mounting holes. So this compressor is 1, 2 to the block, and then 3, 4, 5 bolts. So these two are going to be facing you, or these three are going to be facing you, and then these two are going to be in the back. These two are going to be in the back side, bolted onto the block. So these, I think these should be short, 3 short ones and 2 long ones. All right, we're not gonna remove this because it came pre-oiled already. So we're gonna take this out when we're ready to install the lines. You're gonna have to remove the belt for this if you want to do service on like any of your pulleys or idler pulleys or anything like that. Then now would be a good time to do it. I've done my water pump already. I actually did the seals here, but I believe it's my my BBTI cam seal leaking. I didn't rebuild it. I have the rebuild kit now, and then I have 2 extra seals just in case. I ordered a 3D printed cam installer specifically made for the JZ. I have both front and 2 rear. I have the 2 camshafts, the crankshaft, and then the rear crankshaft. I'll show that to you when I get to it. That's an upcoming video. Stay tuned. Anyways, my pulley is down. My compressor is down there. It's looking like I could probably get by just taking everything out from the top and then just drop it on the bottom and lift up the car, and it should clear. We'll see what happens. All right, so I removed and replaced the compressor already. That's the new one in there, and I hooked up my vacuum pump. So I'm gonna pull both sides and vacuum while I start putting the rest of the stuff back. I need to put the belt back and the fan. The removal is pretty easy. It's all size 14s, 3 in the front, 2 in the back. The top rear one is a stud style, so there's a nut and a stud. So take out the nut, use the Torx to remove the stud, and then you should be able to drop the compressor. I had to remove the 4 size 12s holding up the sway bar, and then I just pulled it down and dropped the compressor through the opening in the bottom. I had to jack up the car in the corner. Need for this is mainly size 14, 12. I think it's just 14 and 12s. If you're gonna remove the radiator fan like I did, mine's an aftermarket fan. It's actually a Z fan. You're gonna need size 10s, I believe. 10s hold your stock fan shroud in there. You're gonna have to probably take off this hose if you still have the stock fan shroud. Other than that, I moved the power steering reservoir out of the way a little bit, so I could have leverage to pop off the AC compressor. Also underneath, I had to jack up the car and I had to remove the sway bar for small update on the rx8. I'm cleaning up the LS coils. My wires came in from Dragon wires, rx8 to LS coils. Shout out to Brap MX5 and Driven by Bandis. Basically, I just followed what they did. Just made my own bracket. So I'm gonna cut these off, make it a little bit cleaner, paint this black, and then I think it's easier if I just bolt it onto the stock bracket. Just take it out and like grind it down, make it flat, and bolt it down, and then we'll do an install video on this as soon as I get the car running. That Corolla, we're gonna start doing some videos on it. I'm gonna try and make my own wires. I have like it's like a 8mm wire. I'm gonna try and make my own wires, because right now it's running, but it's not it's arcing over the valve cover, so that's the reason why it's just sitting right now. Pretty much it's drivable. I think it just needs gas and just the wires, and then we should be able to try and drift it. Hopefully get some drift days in this year. Hopefully get the rx8 back on the road, maybe. Yeah, that's basically it. So let me show you how I wash my engine. I know there's a lot of YouTube guys that do it too, or like there's a few YouTube people that do it, or I saw a few on YouTube. Anyways, I'm gonna teach you how to clean up your engine bay. Basically just like just wash it. Anything electrical you usually cover it, so like ABS module, alternator, just cover it. But in my case, I have a spare alternator, so I'm just gonna spray my whole engine and then hose it down real quick. Because I have a really bad oil leak, and we'll take care of that in the next episode. Any cleaner of your choice. I have simple green yellow here. Concentrate. I put it on stream. I'd rather soak my engine than, you know, than just try and spray it real slow. So let's just start spraying. Okay, as soon as you're satisfied, let that sit for a few minutes. Yeah, let that sit for a few minutes. We'll come back and we'll hose it down. Okay, so it's been sitting for a few minutes. I have this garden hose attached to my hose. Just spray it down. Should be good to go. Now, I usually run it right away so that it doesn't water soak everything. Everything gets dried up right away from the heat of the engine. So I'm gonna start the engine, let it run, and then we'll put maybe some armor. I'll make the engine look nice. Alright, so that's it. It's running. Looks like I got a misfire. I bet I got water in the jacket here. So yeah, that's it. That's how I clean my engine. It's up to you. Do it at your discretion. Whatever. So thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll get some more RX8 vids in. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.